here tonight. Are you excited to be here? Awesome. Just for your information, we are streaming live tonight over 37 different channels, viewed by 65 million people around the world. So if you'll please take your seats, we're going to get started with our color guards this evening.
The 10th annual Global Community Oscars. Congratulations to all the winners, all the awardees, outstanding awardees, and the presenters who are able to make it tonight. You know, we heard your stories, you know, your commitment to the humankind. We are humble. Tonight is a celebration. It's a celebration of our progress, our hopes, and our dreams. You know, I guess the words of James Allen, a British poet, best amplifies the life of our Honorable Congressman Danny Davis. Dream lofty dreams, and as you dream, so shall you become. Your vision is the promise of what you shall one day be. Your ideal is the prophecy of what you shall at last unveil. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce the legendary Congressman Danny K. Davis. Congressman.
Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, if I have not charity, I am nothing. Though I would have the gift of prophecy and knoweth all things, if I have not charity, then I am nothing. You know, a lot of people said a lot of things about what this evening is about. The good book says that if you had a light, would you hide it under the bed? Or would you let your light shine so that men and women would see your good works and God would be glorified by them in heaven? Shakespeare had something else to say. He said that the whole world is a stage, and each one of us have a part to play. And we play that part one way or the other. Love is patient. Love is kind. And you have displayed tremendous patience this evening. You have been very kind. And I want to thank you for it, for enduring a long evening. But we take pride in it because we do this once a year. We do it once a year to display the kind of unity that our world can become. I represent what is called a very diverse congressional district. I represent Chinatown, and so it's good to see our Chinese friends. I represent Greektown, so it's very good to see our accomplished Greek citizens. I represent Old Town, and so it's very great to see our Bohemian friends. I represent Soulville, Black Town, and so it's very good to see our Black friends. I represent Chinatown, and so it's very good. What the multi-ethnic group is a recognition that our world is becoming smaller and smaller all of the time. That technological advances, transportation technology have put us in spaces and places where we probably at different times would have thought we'd never be. So I really want to thank all of the multi-ethnic advisory group members who are some of the most passionate, some of the most accomplished, some of the most far-reaching and far-thinking people that I've ever met during my entire lifetime. I recall us having a meeting not long ago where one person in the group, we were trying to raise money to send to India because the pandemic was raging there even more than here. And one person stepped up and gave $1 million to Dr. Patel. Now there are a lot of Patels, so I ain't gonna tell you which one. But he gave $1 million that Sunday morning to send to India. I recall being with Martina the other day as we celebrated the independence of Indonesia. I remember talking with some of the members a couple of days ago about how can we assist the Haitians who've just had a tremendous earthquake. And I had the opportunity a couple of nights ago in the House of Representatives to introduce a consent resolution to put $10 million into the fund to help Americans who were in Haiti and in Afghanistan get home because the money in that fund had run out. And so the multi-ethnic advisory group is a group that recognizes the unification of the world, that the whole world is a part of our being. Dr. Vijay, I want to thank you for your vision and your creativity. I want to thank the Kumar family, who actually run the largest Asian American social service entity in the metropolitan area of Chicago, and a mother who has raised and is raising her sons to be as involved in social welfare as they are in the technical aspects of their being. I saw Dr. Sowell come up to assist someone who was having, and I said to myself, I know that she's a great dentist, but I didn't know that she was an eye doctor too, and a voice doctor. She also happens to be my personal dentist and just does incredibly outstanding work. So the evening dancers from Poland, I've been to Warsaw, and I've seen still the devastation of World War II, where there are sections of Warsaw that have not been rebuilt since that time. I've been to Nigeria, I've been to Ghana, I've been to Japan, I've been to many places across the world, and I see the poverty and deprivation that goes far beyond anything that we experience here in the United States of America. We are so fortunate to live in the greatest country on the face of the earth. And when we can give of ourselves in such a way that we recognize the utility of all of us coming together. I want to thank people like Frank Kuko, who has said to me, I want to diversify my company. I want to bring more minorities into the tech area. If you got some that's got some skills, get them to me. We want to hire them and put them to work and help them to experience the American dream as others have been able. As I listen to our recipients talk about their flight, how they came in many ways to this country with nothing, and now they're everything. The message that sends is that it's not so important where you start, what's important is where you end up. You don't worry about yesterday. The blues singers say that yesterday is dead and gone. Tomorrow is out of sight. It's so sad to be alone. I want somebody to help me make it through the night. And listening to one of our performers, I see leaves of green. Isn't that something? What a wonderful world this can be. So thank everybody, all of my elected official friends who came. Alderman Talaferro, it is good to see you. My alderman represents the greatest ward in the city of Chicago, 29th Ward. That happens to be where I live. Jason and Melissa, and I call them Jason and Melissa, although I should be saying City Treasurer, Alderman 28th Ward, Chairman of the City Council Black Caucus. Tony Preckwinkle, it was so good that you were here. Roger Krishnamurti, Roger and I had a press conference at County Hospital a couple of days ago. Dr. Butts, Access is the largest of all the federally qualified health centers in the state of Illinois, bar none, with about 50 different clinic sites, undergirding public health. The number of vaccinations that all of us have combined to do. I've been fortunate with the help of volunteer doctors and volunteer nurses to do more than 25,000 myself, not to mention those that others are doing, but we've engineered more than 25,000 and put out more than 50,000 face masks, trying to help people to be healthy, trying to help people to be safe. So I just love this multi-ethnic stuff. I go to Chinatown and eat Chinese food. I go to run to Japan and eat Japanese food. I go to MacArthur's and eat soul food. I go to Priscilla's and eat soul food. I go to Greektown, eat okra and rice and soup. So the world is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful place. Thank you to all who made the evening possible. We thank our friends who live here in Naperville. And you know, we still haven't the first Chinese American elected to the city council in Naperville. So there's still room. The first person to find a cure for cancer. That's still another first. The first person that comes up with the vaccine that really can wipe out the corona pandemic and stop it from spreading. So the world is still becoming. My mother used to tell us, just do the best that you can do. And she used to say, look, if you can't be a pine at the top of the hill, be a scrub in the valley, but be the best little scrub by the side of the river. If you can't be a highway, Mr. Miller should say, just be a trail. If you can't be the moon, be a star. It's not by size that you win or fail, but be the best, the very best of whatever you are. You're the best. Thank you all so much.